is Mary.
And Amma.
We invite you guys to like,
Share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about how men will just embarrass you, especially when you guys are not in the same class. And this is why we like to quote Maya Angelou here. If she was it, unequals cannot be friends, and if they cannot be friends, they can't be lovers.
No.
They can't be spouses.
No.
They can't be partners.
No.
They can't be boyfriend girlfriend.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Okay, not even associates. Well, maybe associates,
Associates.
but she's friends definitely cannot. And I feel this is the case with Halle and DDG. This man recently put out a tweet talking about how...
We're not going to say the whole word and stuff.
Obviously not, because it's very classless.
Yeah.
But he basically said something about how he likes
her private parts
to be stinking. He
Yeah.
says it's way better that way. And my thing is, he has been coming out and saying a lot of stuff. And this is not the first time he said it. This is actually the second time I'm seeing this fool say this stuff on Twitter.
And as her star continues to rise, he's going to become even
worse.
More classless.
And I also remember when, was it The Little Mermaid came out. Mind you, Halle has been working on this movie for 3 years. I think they've been dating for a year or two already. But yeah, it's not the first time that this man has been saying stuff, you know. And I remember when the movie came out, she was like, should I watch the first one? Because I've never watched it. You've known your girl has been away doing this whole time. And it just seemed like he's very attention seeking. I remember there was this one video I saw where she was so excited. She was jumping up and down to see him. And he just kind of stood there and was just like this. Like, and you know, there was a guy, I mean, her co-star, he seems to really, really like her. But it seemed like
really
she was trying to really respect her, you know, and really just admire her.
Yes.
He has such a, like, such a reverence for her, right?
Yes.
But you can see that she really tries to keep it like, I'm loyal to my man. I'm not going to lean too close to him. I'm not going to smile and stare at him too much.
Right.
Which I'm sure DDG, whenever he has a chance, he is probably talking about that man.
Yeah.
But I just feel
letting
like
her know not to, you know, you seem cuddled up with him or whatever.
Yeah, or insinuating whatever. I feel like the issue is nobody knew of this Joker before Halle.
Yeah, because I'm wondering who is he? What does he do?
I still don't know him. I think he's a singer or a rapper or whatever. He even did a song with Halle. That song really did not even pop off either. He's not well known. I mean, for those who do know him, good for you. But as far as I'm concerned, Halle is more mainstream than he is, and she's more known.
Right, popular.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he's doing kind of like what A$AP Rocky has been doing to Rihanna and what Travis Scott did to Kylie, where it's kind of like, I mean, obviously Travis Scott, he's very well known in what he does. He's very good, but I mean, he's not a billionaire by any means. I mean, Kylie was only a billionaire
doing well for himself.
Doing very well for himself. But also, I felt like he never really liked Kylie for real. But like, he would never hug her. He never really held her hand in public or whatever.
Yeah.
And whenever you see pictures of them, he never would look up at the camera. He would always look down.
Right.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he didn't want his face to be shown with hers.
Yeah.
Then you see A$AP Rocky, like he does all this little stuff to kind of like tick off Rihanna. I remember they were on the Met Gala chop. Man, this woman almost 9 months pregnant carrying his seed, and she having to carry this big old dress, this big old train, and this man went somewhere completely
and she was
different.
trying to take it off a little bit. He wasn't even there to help her.
Like not helping her at all.
You could see that she was annoyed.
Very annoyed.
Yeah.
And I remember when they kept on, they were taking pictures of her or whatever and stuff, and then he came or whatever, and then they started calling Rihanna. He walked away to some other person to do some interview, and then when she looked and she saw him gone, you could tell like there was a moment of like sadness or annoyance, right? And let's not even get started with how this man has not even bothered to engage her, and she's already on his second child. It's just, anyway, let me not even get there because she just died. But it just, to me, it seems like...
Oh, like the lady who passed away.
Yeah, I mean, 3 kids, no engagement, nothing. Sad. I mean, not everybody wants to get married.
What are we doing?
Right, but I just feel like with Halle and DDG, I just feel like...
Halle, you're too young to have the class that you do and be with someone who's classless.
Yeah, and can't control his mouth on Twitter and wants, like, is an attention
And
whore.
for me, class is all about manners.
Yeah.
It's not about money. It's about manners. You have class when you got manners. Okay? He has none.
Yeah.
And to be so vulgar, talking about your private parts.
And everybody knows that he's with you.
Stuff, he knows that he's with you. What was his point of saying that?
That you don't wash, you ain't clean.
Like what was
Like,
the point? Or to say, oh, she get down like with
Like
me
she
and
get dirty.
like that, because you're trying to somehow
sully her image.
why? But what? Why are you trying to sully her image? Because you feel low self-worth, and anytime you stand next to her and her star is shining, it makes you feel like your star is so dim.
Yeah.
Or are you trying to cultivate your star? Doesn't sound like you are. You know? So yeah, that's what happens, Haley. When someone has class, dating someone who ain't got no class, that's what occurs. And he's gonna continue to embarrass her.
It might
This
be.
is not the first time. He's going to get worse. And if he's doing this in public, we can only imagine the stress he's causing you in private.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dump that dust mite and keep it moving.
I feel like men always know when a woman is completely out of their league. And they kind of go
Always.
out of their way to kind of bring her down.
Yeah.
Because it makes him feel better. It's kind of like that guy from Bell Collective where, you know, his wife Latrice is a boss, but I'm sure he's at home beating her.
Oh, Cliff.
You know, he's
Yeah.
talking about how, oh, you're not equal. I'm the head of my household. You
I
might be a
know.
boss, but when I'm home,
When you
you
come
basically
home,
bow down to me.
yeah, like
and we're
you're
not
my
equals.
property.
I'm above you. You know, but that's what happens when you're with a man who obviously knows. And men don't say, oh,
Has
she
low
is with me.
self-esteem.
She's here, but she's with me. They don't take it as, oh my God, that's so nice.
Yeah.
They take it as, like, almost, they hate it.
Yeah,
Almost.
and
Kind of
then
hate you.
the more you're praised, the more they hate it for you.
Yeah.
That's someone who doesn't cherish you, but more than anything, that's someone who has low self-esteem. I remember one of my best friends saying to me, he was like, I will never date because of his past experience with his spouse, with his ex-spouse now. But he was just like, I will never date someone with low self-esteem. And I was like, but why? I
Low
don't
self-esteem,
understand.
it's a disease.
It is a problem.
It's a
now I
disease.
understand what he was saying. Yes, don't date someone with low self-esteem. As
Yeah.
you're rising and, things are happening positive in your life, it's like they want to do something to bring you down. Instead of them, like, being inspired, you wouldn't inspire him. Instead
Yeah.
of him being inspired and saying, hey, look at how my girl is going,
Yeah.
Let me do something with myself. Let me
Right.
be there for her. Let me support her. Let me cherish her. No.
Let me
But
uplift her.
it's like I need to pull her down to where I am.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think as women, it's like, and I don't know if it's like a God complex, or we feel like it doesn't matter how low down you are, I can fix it, and I'm gonna be loyal to you. No, people try to make it seem as though you are nobody. But I'm gonna be loyal to you. I'm gonna show that I'm gonna be there for you. That's God's job, to be there for you no matter what. That's
Facts.
not our job. We're
Not at all.
human. We're not perfect. Only God is. Let him be there for him. Let him fix him if he sees fit. That's not your job. That you're taking on way too much.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine the sob story that he has told her, for her to be so loyal to someone who is so vulgar about her private parts.
I'm sorry.
I
it's
can only
over.
imagine the story he has given her. They always beat me down. Whoever beat him down in life. I take 10 steps forward and somebody pull me 15 steps back. I can only imagine the sob story that he gives her in the back room when they're home alone.
My thing is, this might actually be maybe
So
her
she
first
is
love.
determined
It could be her
to
first
be
love.
loyal to him. But, sweetheart, you don't have to be, because it will get worse. Stay with people who, if you got class, you gotta stay with people who got class.
Yeah.
You can't be with someone who ain't got none. Because
Yeah.
he's just gonna tear you down any chance he gets. And you're wrapping your soul with him and creating soul ties with someone that is not worthy of you. He really isn't. He really isn't. To be so vulgar about something so intimate with us.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that?
It's just
What the hell is that? I mean, I don't even really hear her talking like that.
yeah, no, not at all.
Hot mess.
But yeah, y'all, that's just our opinion on their relationship. I feel like Haley definitely needs to move on. And I know it's hard, but I feel like this maybe is her
She
first
really-
love.
she
I mean, the
really
way
loves
she
him.
looks at him, it's just like, it's almost as if like butter don't melt in this man's mouth. Like, you can just see, like, it's like, it really looks like it's a first love type of thing, where it's like you have this infatuation with this person. And then when you look at him, it kind of looks like he has a taste of hatred and disgust.
Yeah.
She's even with him.
When
Because
she
even
gets
he
older,
knows.
she's gonna look back and just
And be like, what the hell was I thinking? I mean, all of us have exes like that, and we
Yeah.
thought about like, girl,
Well,
what
you're
were
like,
you
this person
smoking that
wasn't
you were with this
even
person?
worthy to lick my,
Toenail,
not even the toenail.
or my was it the dirt underneath my shoe?
Really?
Yeah.
Like, really? And then you're just like, what was I doing
Thinking.
there? Why?
But hey, that's
I
the
mean,
beauty
to-
of growth,
All of us have to learn. But yeah, so vulgar, man.
Yeah, that was too much.
It's almost like trying to do like a public shaming, humiliation.
Well, because everybody
kind
has
of
like this
thing.
squeaky clean. Well, I guess we'll say she has like this squeaky clean. Like when I
Yeah.
think of a princess, I literally think of Haley and Chloe. Even though they have Chloe out here and they're trying to make her seem as like this hypersexual person,
I know.
I still see Chloe as
I
this
know.
really sweet, innocent, like
Yeah.
girl, like just such a
Yeah.
pure soul. I don't care how many times they put her in a
Like
thong and tell her to shake her booty.
we had someone who said on our comments that a couple of people, like they have like, kind of like taken themselves. They don't follow her anymore because of that scene
Yeah.
in that movie. I know, which is like kind of unfortunate, but it's like, and sometimes that's what Hollywood will do. They get these young actresses or young people that are just starting out, and they try to dirty you up. You
And
know,
my thing is, I don't even
and I don't even know
to
what it's like.
call
They
it.
build you up and to tear you down, and it's sick. It's sick. That's what it is. It's sick.
My
And you
thing
have,
is-
and a lot of the people who are behind the scenes are these older people. I mean, they have these, celebrities. It's like they kind of feel like, I don't know. It's almost like a god complex too. Like, I can build you up and I can tear you down.
Yeah.
And you're like beholden to me. You better do what I say, in order for you to be popular.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's sick.
And I just want to close out with this. I don't even know what to call it, but it just kind of feels like, how they hypersexualize black women. Like, I don't even want to call it necessarily like racism, because I'm sure there's black men behind
It's
I don't know
everywhere.
what it is, but I
It's
feel like
everywhere.
they hypersexualized her. Like, because
Yeah.
one, she is the curvier sister. She doesn't have breasts like Haley does, but she has a lot of bottom, right?
Yeah.
So they tried to push her out there as this hypersexual person, when
Yeah.
really that's not who she is innately. But then they take Haley and they decided to have her be a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Chloe could have been a Disney princess as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
feel like they
They
saw
do
her.
that with everyone. They tried to do that with Lindsay Lohan. They tried to do that with, what was the other actress? Scarlett Johansson, Drew Barrymore. They try to, as soon as a young girl starts to develop, they try,
Yeah.
and if they have,
Maybe
if
it's patriarchy. Maybe that's what I have to call
they
it.
just try to, like, get them in these, I want to say, sexual compromising positions. And to me, it's actually very violent. I
Yeah.
think so. I think it's a violation of their boundaries. And you can tell, even when she was talking about it, Chloe, she was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She was uncomfortable with the whole scene. But that's what I feel like they do in Hollywood, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And you just have to, I'm happy about the time that we're living in, with the time of the Me Too movement, women and girls coming out to say, this is what happened to me,
Yeah.
because it helps to give us that power, and give us that voice.
Yeah,
to say,
for sure.
okay, I'm not going to stand for this. Like what Lupita did with Weinstein, when he was trying to get her to come to his room and say, no, I'm not
Yeah.
going to go, I'm not going to go there. Oh, okay, I'm not going to be nobody in this town. Okay, well, that's fine. If this is the way I got to go, I'm not. And not everyone will do that, because not all, most of us girls have not learned how to stand and
Yeah.
say no. We're not taught to stand and say no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to compromise myself.
Yeah.
No, if that's what's going to make the movie, that I gotta be here and be next to some man's behind and simulate licking him all there, then I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes not even sometimes, we have to get to the space where we just stand our ground and say, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, that's how you change things. But I'm not putting anyone down who has not stood up, because I know for myself growing up, I didn't always stand up. It's something that I had to learn. So it's something that I'm always trying to tell young women, older women, girls. You have the right to refuse to do anything that you feel compromises your integrity,
Yeah.
compromises your dignity. You don't have to do stuff just because for any job. Oh, I'm gonna make you a star, but you gotta do X, Y, Z. Okay, then maybe you're not the one who's gonna make me a star.
Yeah.
You know, no one gets to write your own destiny but yourself and God. Like that's it. So just stand on that. You know, and it's okay to stand on that. Maybe it's not time for you to have your stardom now, but you will get that. If that's what you want, it will come, but it doesn't have to come in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yes,
that's
y'all, it's Mary.
And Amma.
Be much. Guys to like,
Share,
subscribe
and comment
down below. Bye.